All right, guys, here we are. Brand new week, brand new.
The date is
Brand new date.
15th of April, and we've left the European Union with no deal on the 12th of April. That was 3 days ago. And
Is that coming up?
it's all gone Pete.
I read a story.
I'm basically starving.
I read a story that they're going to try and delay it now to the end of the year.
Yes, but we know that didn't happen, Chris, because it has passed, and the 12th of April happened, and they didn't agree a deal.
Well, I haven't been watching the news, so that's the first I've heard of it. Welcome to Discovering Bands with Zedi Forder. And by that I mean grabbing a band by the heel and sort of just jumping up and down a little bit like this sort of thing, whilst kicking them with the other leg that you haven't grabbed. Fucking cunt! You cunt! Oh. Which is listening to them and enjoying the music and hoping that you enjoy the music, because fucking hell, we fucking will. Let's get some words in. Squires?
Right. Chris, do you want to go first this week, this new week?
Yeah, this new week, I'd like to go first. King of the Bonkers. B-O-N. King of the Bonkers.
King of the Bonkers. That reminds me of Bongo Bong. King of the Bongo, King of the Bongo. King of the Bones, King of the Loners. Singing of the Bone Saws.
But nobody's a fan of the word bonkers.
The King of the Bikers. King of the Butt Stroker.
King of the Butt Stroker.
Yeah. King of the Monsters. Zeke Zekerson, King of the Surf's Kazoo. The Bony King of Nowhere. Do you want to go to the top one? Or do you
Can we open up the butt stroke one as well? And can we have a little listen to the top one and that and a little listen sort of half and half?
simultaneously?
Yeah, at the same time. see if they match.
Okay, so this is King of the Butt Stroker from Acton von Skilliant by Hormone.
What do you reckon? Punk?
That's WHOREMOAN.
Yeah, I'll go punk.
They want to hurt you in the ear with huge riffs. This is from 2002. Going back in time.
Could be the Tony Hawk soundtrack.
Yes. Sweet air, dude.
It's not punk really, it's rock.
Rock. Yeah. Hard rock.
Like Stoner vibe.
Yeah, slightly. So it's slightly more professional than some of the bands we've been listening to. Not in those bands that I'm professional, but the recording and production values. It's a bit of a weird name.
It's a weird name. Is that the band?
No, the band's called Hormone.
Hormone.
As in
Whore. As in
whore.
W.
Yeah, as in whore.
Whore!
Hormone is in M-O.
A-N.
Nice.
I see what they've done there. I'm digging it. Hormone. Oi. Wrong genre. Nice riff. What was that thing you could do in Tony Hawk's that like was the standard flippy skateboard thing? That like the first trick you learned? I can't remember any of the skateboarding terms.
It's an ollie.
Ollie! That's the
Ollie.
The Ollie, yeah. That's all I could do in that game. Do you remember the Microsoft Sidewinder gamepad?
Yeah.
Like the standard one.
Yeah.
They released one called, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like, had longer handles, but it was the first tilt sensitive gamepad. And it came with motocross madness, so you could like pretend that you were using the bike, which was so fucking hard to control like that. It's like predated the Nintendo Wii by a few years. But Playing Tony Hawk, so that was quite cool.
It's like, did you ever have a steering wheel? Like,
Yeah! Carmageddon 2, Carpocalypse now.
I had a steering wheel, but like it had nothing to clip onto, so it was just, you had the wheel and then something, the base.
Yeah.
So when you turn, the whole thing just kind of like,
Oh, and mine stuck down with little suckers onto the table.
This is useless.
I can't believe I managed to convince my parents to buy me that and Carmageddon for Christmas when I was like 11 or 12 or something. And allowed me to install the blood patch, which turned all the zombies into bleeding humans. Explains a few things.
All right, that's
King of the Butt that's pretty cool.
We're listening to too much of each song.
Yeah,
that's good.
Right, let's listen to...
Not that it's not good.
King of the Bones.
We've got other people to get through.
Yeah. This is from The Ground Will Shake by The Ground Will Shake.
I am unfairly having two songs.
So this is from 2015.
King of the Bones.
Yeah. More rock and roll.
Is that lyrics as well?
They're from Dublin, Ireland. Yeah, they've got lyrics.
Coming in fucking hot.
It's kind of rockabilly, psycho punk stuff.
Arctic Monkeys feel.
But a bit more like, isn't it? It's the production and like the slapback echo thing on the vocals with this kind of style.
What's that? Hit the...
They are singing Hit the Coast. Hit the Coast. Not Hitler Toast.
What's that? Hit the Clowns.
Hit the Clowns.
What have they done?
Cool. We're not going to allow you to have two whole songs.
Nah, that's cool, man. That's good. What's that?
I
So
enjoyed
King of
that.
the Bones.
King of the Bones from The Ground Will Shake by The Ground Will Shake from Dublin, Ireland. Nice. Nice bit of a rock and roll.
Hit
Wayne,
the coast!
some words or a word.
Twisted turnips.
Twisted Turnips. This is the alternative version of that Korn song, Twisted Transistor. There's nothing really with turn. There's Twisted Turns, several Twisted Turns. There's Twisted Trip.
It's hard to get the exact thing, isn't it, with silly?
No.
Twisted Turned and Burned.
That top one, I guess.
Twisted Treetops.
Top one's fine.
Top one wins.
I'm gonna go with a more recent one, which is second from the top. So this is by Xenon Phoenix and Forked. The track is Twisted Turns. It's electronic. It's independent. It's hip hop and rap. Oh, it's got two dudes wearing caps on the front. I like it already.
You know they're serious, man. They got some caps down, I tell ya. Oh man, it's
Xenon.
like nice and ambient.
What's in the corners of the album?
Bottles of Fiji water. They're kind of just like tilted down. And they've got classical pillars, columns going up either side of them. And they're between two ferns. This is a whole collection of awesome. They're from India as well.
Zach Galifianakis in between two films. Where are they from?
From India, from Siliguri, India. I don't know where that is. Well, obviously in India, but
here we go.
Put it on me, blame it on me. With all your voice, imagine it tragic, all these threatening on me. With all your sidekicks and a silent, and in and out, emotional. Deluded vibes, deluded lives.
Apparently the producer is Polish. The producer is Forked.
Forced.
Yeah, Forkst. Pretty chill rap.
Yes, sorry.
A little bit trappy.
Yes, bit melody.
Yeah, but there's too many lyrics.
Yeah.
And it's coherent.
I quite like that backing, it's nice. The extremely high tempo hi-hat sounds.
It's given like how well produced it is, the album cover, it's a mystery to me.
The album cover. There is nothing I don't like about the album cover. It's amazing. Cool. Xenon Phoenix with producer Forked.
From India.
So next word is
Yeah, what's the words? Bin.
basking frog.
Basking frog.
Yeah. Basking frog. Sounds like the kind of thing a frog should do. You know, there's the basking shark. Swims around.
Yeah.
Chasing frogs, basking
The
robins.
basking shark. Is that the one with a massive mouth?
I think so. Taking Frog Mountain. Baby Jesus choking frogs. That's what we're having.
Baby Jesus choking frogs.
Yeah. So this is
Is that what you got up to?
This is an album by Brett Fullerton. The album is called Baby Jesus Smokes Ports, Volume 1. And this is a song called Baby Jesus Choking Frogs.
Choking frogs. You know what they say about, kids that abuse animals, what they grow up to be? Lord God and Saviour.
This was released in 2018, I think. Yeah, October last year. Glitchy. It's quite heavy.
Choking frogs! Smacking their shit up! Yes!
Oh, there's frogs and the beds. I couldn't have asked for more. This is good.
Yeah. I like that. I don't think I've ever heard a frog sample in a song.
Not even on a Toad the Wet Sprocket song. I don't think they ever sampled toads. This is awesome.
He's going nuts with that fucking...
So this is probably my favourite band of the evening. And of last week as well.
What's your favourite, Wayne?
I like the, what are they called? The foothole...
Surfers?
No, the foot...
Butt Strokers.
Strokers.
Butt Stroke or whatever it was called, yeah.
I don't have favourites, man.
I think it was the Foot Strokers tunes.
They're all my favourite.
Very
Guys,
good.
they're all my favourite.
Yeah.
Fucking pick a side.
My side is universally
Switzerland.
beautiful. Peaceful Switzerland. Rich, peaceful Switzerland. Everyone gets a gun.
Rich from their Nazi gold.
All right.
Hold
Before
on.
we end, let's fucking take a few minutes. I just want to pose some questions to you because just as we were listening to that, I was thinking about Titanic. I watched the other week or the other month when it was on TV. The film
Is there a
Titanic.
frog in Titanic?
No.
If
there's
not, there should be.
But what I want to pose to you is I did some research afterwards, and I found several alternative ideas of what if this had happened. Could that have?
Oh.
So I'm just going to pose to you things that people have said. This, and then you say whether you reckon that could have worked or you don't think it would have worked. All right.
Save it or sink it.
All right. So these are ideas that people have come up
Very
with.
crass.
I said, oh, if only they'd done this.
Okay.
No, we're not
okay.
making light of the.
No,
or
of
we're
course
slightly
not.
making light of it. Enough time's passed. All right. The first one is why didn't they kind of go back and stick people on the iceberg?
Oh yeah.
Or why didn't they row to the iceberg? So what are your thoughts
It's
about
an
that
interesting thought.
one? The iceberg that they struck.
So I'm guessing, I don't know vast amounts about the Titanic, but I'm guessing that by
sorry,
the time they'd hit the iceberg and then gone past it, they were an awful long way away from it when the ship actually then started sinking and they started to abandon it. So, and they wouldn't necessarily have known when they struck it how much of the ship would have been filled with water. So It wouldn't have been an immediate thought. And even then, would you have been able to get on the iceberg?
how do you
And would that have
scale an
saved you really?
iceberg?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems.
Some people say go alongside it, planks and all that, but I mean, you're really. I mean, how
That
tall
seems
is the
like
iceberg?
a very Hollywood movie
Yeah.
type of response rather than a real life.
I think.
I'm not having that.
I think you're both right. I think you're both right there. I think that's the general consensus that
If I was
what
there,
you said.
I'm not going to the iceberg to climb an iceberg.
What if you were near it though? So you're in the water.
Oh, I'm actually in the water.
Just say you're in the water and the iceberg was really close still.
Then yeah,
You just scramble for it.
swim to it and see if I could get a foothold and scramble up there. I don't have a chance, but
Fuck. Just imagine it though.
You've got to do something to keep warm, haven't you?
yeah.
And you're still fucked. Because
Yeah.
you're in
You're
freezing
on
water.
ice.
Your clothes are already wet. You go out. You're on the ice. You know, there's nowhere to light a fire. Unless you've got matches. Unless you've got some
Icebergs
gas.
well known for their large number
Unless
of
there was a
sites.
guy already on there with like with a fire. Hello, you're right.
You're driving with me fire
I'm
here.
cooking some fish. Would you like one? Right,
I'm
here's
from
another one.
Somerset. Anyway,
Is it? Just imagine that. There's a little guy with one of those like
every iceberg
like
has a
yellow
man
mats,
from Somerset.
yellow hats. Like he's just fishing on there.
Hello,
Nice day for it.
get off my iceberg.
He just kicks you off like within 300. All right, what's another one? All right, another one is, what if they had not they because when the ship struck the berg, after a while I don't know how long it took, but they shut down the compartments. And the biggest problem with the Titanic is that too many compartments were filling up with water, and that's why she eventually sunk. But they closed down the compartments to stop other compartments getting fucking filled up. This is a sort of scientific way of putting it. Right, so so what if they hadn't done that and the other compartments had flooded, but they were then able to utilize the other pumps in the other compartments, so they'd be pumping out, and maybe the ship, instead of kind of going down like that, would have been a little bit more. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you'd have to run some physics simulations.
Well, let's quickly do that.
I'll code it up now.
Let's quickly code that up and see.
That sounds plausible, but again, you need the stats behind that one.
Yeah, I think like because so there weren't pumps in the things that it flooded.
No, there
Or
were
was it-
pumps,
Okay, but
but there were pumps in each compartment.
so they couldn't pump out the water fast enough in the compartments that did flood.
Well, it went down over the course of like 2 hours or something, so it did a good job at pumping it out. But if the water had been more equally distributed, because you think that the breach is still the same, so the water's coming
Yeah.
in, but you'd have more pumps on the same volume of
But
water.
then also,
coming
if
through.
you but because you've got a hole in the side, if you're pumping water out, but you open more compartments, it's just more water's just going to come in and keep coming in.
Yeah, there would be
Surely.
water.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if the compartment stops, the water can't come.
So it would all come down
back
to
in.
the power of the pumps, and if
Well,
they
then you're just cycling water through the side of the ship,
if the
in and out, in and out,
if
in
the
and out.
pumps just took it to the top of the ship, dumped it on the forward deck. What are you doing,
Let's
man?
make it.
All right, yeah, I see your argument, man.
It might have made it level out a bit, but it's still going down, isn't it?
There's less consensus on that. There's more division. Some people reckon maybe, some people reckon
Now,
no.
Chris, these people,
These are internet people.
they're internet people. Okay,
And they're mostly on Reddit.
just so we're clear.
All right, I got one final one.
Okay.
I got one final one. But this is a weird one, man. And it's supposedly a well-known tactic of when a ship is sinking to dump a bunch of fucking put some like rods to truss up like mattresses, like metal rods and stuff in mattresses and all that sort of shit, and dump over the side, and the water will kind of like cause an obstruction to the breach.
Oh,
which
I see.
Which they didn't do.
Oh, right.
They didn't even attempt to do anything like this. But it's apparently it's like an old seafaring thing that back on wooden ships and shit they used to do. According to people on
Would
Reddit.
it-
Yeah. Gash.
Would it have been worth
Yeah, I don't
doing?
know actually.
How
I'm
big
not
was the
sure.
hole?
I'm not sure how big. Was it like maybe like 12 foot? I think it was pocked.
Because
with a few
yeah, I mean, it
holes.
sort of sounds like if you did it before the ship actually stopped, then they would just float away, and if you did it after the ship has stopped, then it's probably got too much water in it anyway to have an effect.
It's still coming in. Do you know what I mean? And it would suck it into the hole. As long as it was larger.
Unless it's too far underneath the water. And I don't know.
I don't know how they would do it.
We'd need to do the simulations again, Chris.
They'd have to have some way of surely pushing it down. Do you know what I mean? If they just you just see it you'd have to weigh it down with something as well. Like if it was a large mattress. Yeah, I don't know. Large bits of wood, large bits of metal. I don't know.
It might just be that the scale of it is too big compared to old wooden ships where they were slower and smaller. So.
It seems like dragging mattresses through the Titanic. Just so that's the boat. I mean,
what a fucking brilliant idea!
It's a lot of effort.
To not die.
They were wasting their fucking time lowering the lifeboats when they could have been dragging mattresses. Fucking hell! Come on, guys! Put your backs into it! It just floats away. Oh shit! But if it floats, maybe someone could have used it, laid on it. It could have saved a life.
The mattress float?
I don't know. Well, if not, what if it was weighed down by steel rods?
No, it's not gonna float, is it?
I don't know, man. Fuck. I don't know about that one because I don't know enough about any of this shit.
But it is fun to speculate.
It is. It's fun. Well, there you go. There you go, guys. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time.
Next time, scenarios to prevent the onset of World War I. Would this have helped or not?